Hello loves, welcome back and thank you so much for joining me in today. In today's video, we are going to be making delicious homemade tomato sauce that can be used in different ways. I will list all the ingredients in the right one in the description box below for easy access as always. So these are some of the ingredients I will be using for the tomato sauce. I have some tomato, red bell pepper, onions and some carrots. I'm going to be washing and cutting all these behind the scene and I'll add it to my pot. In a big pot, I'm going to be adding my chopped tomatoes. To that, I'll add my onions, followed by my carrot, and I'm going to be covering all of these and let it come to a boil. And moving on, I have already cut my red bell peppers and I'll be setting them aside. I will not add it to the pot now. I will be adding that later. The reason being, I don't want them to be overcooked, and that will give us a rich, vibrant red color to our sauce. Now our tomatoes, onions and carrots are boiling nicely. So I'm just going to give it a stir again. We just want this to be soft enough, and you want the sauce or the water around the vegetables to be thickened up. So that is what we are just trying to do here. So we are going to be cooking this until the whole thing has reduced to about half in the pot as you started initially. So now my tomato, onions and carrots are softened enough, so I'll add my red bell peppers, and once I added it, I'm going to turn off the heat and allow the residual heat to do the cooking of the peppers. I don't want them to be cooked too much, so just enough heat to just soften it a little bit will be fine. So at this point the heat is off. I'm just stirring everything together now and it is done. And now you can just allow it to cool down a little bit more and you can blend it. But for me, what I did was I let it sit overnight. I wasn't in a hurry, so this is the next day. Everything is just cooled down nicely and all the ingredients have really soaked up the sauce and the sauce is thickened up nicely. So I'm just going to pour this in my blender. And I will be adding some garlic as well, and I'll be blending this into the consistency or the paste texture that I like. I don't want it to be too smooth, I don't want it to be too chunky as well, so I'm just going to blend it to be in between. And this is what I got. This is the texture I like, so I'm just stirring everything together in the big pot, and I will be adding some dry basil. If you have the fresh one, go for it. I don't have the fresh one, so I'm using what I have, so I added that. I'm going to stir everything together nicely to get a uniform texture. I'm going to give it a taste and everything looks so good and perfect. So I'm just going to store this into my storage containers for use in the refrigerator or in the freezer for use later, into small containers. That way you are just picking what you want at a time. You can also use this sauce to make stews, soups, to make sauces, or also just pour it over spaghettis and also use it as pizza sauce. That is amazing too. We use it to make some pizza and it tastes so good. What will you use this sauce for? And thank you for watching this video throughout, and don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.